Yes, hey, we are live. Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? Are you doing amazing? I need water. How are you doing? Should get some water maybe. Let's see. Yeah, today we're going to do some anime scenes from Attack on Titan. Can't believe I've only watched only 2 seasons of this. But I think I should get into it again. Oh. How many seasons are there anyway? Yeah, up to 4 seasons. Okay, we are going to make a scene from here. I wanted to do, where is the image? Yeah, something like this. We're going to do some geometry nodes, city. I don't know if we can do a procedural building here. We can do a procedural wall, procedural bridge. Or we can just model things. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope your day was great. Let's just jump in as more people get in here. Let me turn on shortcuts, and we can start. I guess yeah, setting up everything. I think we could use. We can interchange between cycles and EV. Okay. We can start laying this out and just blocking out the entire scene. So something like this. Circle like that. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I want to start off by blocking out stuff. Just to get everything right. So we are seeing this from top view. Okay, the walls are too thick. Yes, something like that. Save this as Attack on Titan. Guys are quiet today. Okay, yeah. Let's set up the sky system here. So since the sun is coming from this direction, I guess we can set that up to be that. So I'll just rotate this about negative 45. Yeah, this wall needs to be wider, and maybe this. Okay, just trying to block out stuff and can displace this a bit, so we have some hills and valleys. I'm going to add a displacement modifier. Give me a moment, I need to take this call. Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get this done. Okay. I think this is enough blocking. We can start working on the detail. I'm just going to go to my texture folders here. PBR ground. And let me grab something, maybe this. Okay, that's going to be our ground. We need to scale this up maybe quite a bit. Maybe 20. Hey Majnu Gaming, how are you? How's everything? Let's try 10. So I think we can also add some outlines to this. I'm going to use the Gliss Pencil Collection tool, line art tool, just so we can have some line art in this. This will just enable us to have some lines in there. Let me come to this and let's see what material we're using. Change the thickness of the line. Where is this? occlusion intersecting. Yeah, thickness on this to be quite thick so that we can see the lines. It gives us that cartoon look without doing too much. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see it through YouTube. I think you can. Anyway, it seems it's also. Let me see. Anyway, now we can. Let me see. What should I do? I think this has to be a bit bigger. Just need to get the alignment of the scene. Okay, let's work on the materials for the wall. I'm just going to get a concrete material for my library. Hey, Tushar Rai, how are you? How are you doing? Can you please turn your mic up? Could it be that let me see. Hello. How about, is it good now? I've turned it up. I think it's nearly clipping now, but yeah, let me know. Okay. Low audio? Yeah, it's better now? Okay. Nice. And thank you for letting me know. Sometimes it's hard to tell for me. Let me do a cube projection here. I think the sun strength is a bit too high. Yeah, something like that. Now I'm starting to feel the anime look. Okay, let's start working on the low detail. Let's add the river. Just going to grab. I'm still not sure about the scale of this. Doesn't. Let me see. Scale this up like that. Let's see. By the way, I'm new to Blender. Nice. How long have you been using Blender? And so, how new are you, basically? Is you add Titans? Oh no, I'm not going to add any Titans. That's maybe if we can get some from Sketchfab. I don't know if there is any. What am I trying to do? Yeah, let's work on the. I have in my asset. I have some forest assets. Basically, a setup for forests. Let me see if this would work. Hey Kapil, how are you? How's your evening? Glad to see you. Why is this slow? And Blender is freezing on me. And if I should end it. I'm great, man. I'm great. Just trying to do some Attack on Titans stuff here. Blender is misbehaving. Let me first end that because it has started to today's art is very interesting. Thank you. Okay, Blender had froze. Let's see. Okay, I think we should pick up space. More people are here, so let's pick up space. Okay, so we can make. Let me get some trees. Let me use my quick functions. Oh, sorry, quick trees. Add on here just to bring in some trees. Let me get a simple tree that I like to use is I think, and on that. Trying to find something that is going to be light. Yeah, this here usually works very well. So I'm going to use this tree here to create these small forests. Because right now our scene lacks scale, so we can use. So let's just set up that. You're very new. Like how long? How new? Is it like 1 month, 2 months? And welcome to Blender. Okay, you can let me do a hair system here. Advanced Z. Yeah, let me target the render object should be our tree here. We don't need all 100 trees. We can use something like 100. Sorry, we don't need 1,000 trees. We can just use 100. Scale this up. Let's get the rotation. Hello, bunny without free will. How are you? How are you doing? Let's have these trees stand or be erect. Okay, so let's go to instances. I don't want to render the instance. So you can see we have clusters of trees, which is nice because we don't have to have one bunch of tree. We don't want to have the entire scene populated with trees. That's going to really slow things down. Okay, something is slowing down my stuff. My PC for some reason. Okay. Okay, so I was wondering what is really slowing down my PC, but because we have line art on, I think it's what's slowing down things. So I'm going to first remove that and see. Let me see if I remove that. Still, because I think it has to calculate the things in the background. That's why it's slowing down things. So what I'm going to do is I see. Yeah, I think we can add line art in a backup collection. let me just call it line art, because as long as we have it on, I think we are going to have some issues. So you can see now the scene is lighter. So yeah, that's something to note. If you're going to use line art, the geometry line art, make sure you are watching out, because it can really slow down your viewport. Cool. I'm watching right now Attack on Titan season 2 episode 12, stream way to go. Nice. Yeah, I think I've only watched 2 seasons as well, so maybe I'll catch up as well. Let me do a shrink wrap. Okay, and for the line art, I need to make sure that, let me first hide the trees and the particle system. I need to make sure that it's only getting, let me call this drawable. So any objects that are going to be in this collection will be traced with the line art. I don't want to have everything in that collection because it will just slow down the line art. So these trees shouldn't be in there. The tree instance shouldn't be there. So I'll just get this, make sure that it's not in the drawable to slow down. And it's really not necessary to have the tree as part of, let me subdivide this a few times. Yay, 75 people here. Nice. Glad to see you joining us. If you're new here and you like the content, it'd be amazing to leave a like. Spread the love, man. That would be amazing. Okay, I think I'm going to push the camera a bit up. Can bring back the line art. I want to see. I think every time I need to move things around, I need to have the line art off. Otherwise, it really freezes up the scene. It freezes up everything. Bro, add a Titan at the wall. Yeah, I think a lot of people are asking that. So I think we will find something, or maybe we can do one using Make Human. Okay, you see this here. This is line art trying to draw the trees, which is something I don't want to happen. So I need to change the collection here. It's already this collection. I'm not sure why this is. Let me turn off line art for now so that we can speed up. And the shadows are too long, so that means we need to bring the elevation up so that the shadows are, yeah, like that. We can now start seeing the trees. We can scale up the trees. Let's pick up pace here a bit. Just going to push these, have a few clusters. Just these are going to help with show scale. Also want to randomize these trees a bit. Yeah, you can already see the scale now. Let me reduce this point. Okay. Now let's start. Let me see. Still haven't figured out the right angle for this scene. Okay, maybe we can start working on the city itself. Thanks a lot, bro. Really, thanks a lot. I will watch your tweets later. No problem, man. Sup, my brother? How things? Just taking a quick break from Blender to you to, you guessed it, watch someone else creating something. Ah, nice. What were you doing? Style is morals. A camera further back a bit. I think I need to scale up. It's really tricky to get the right scale, but anyway, let's. I think if we add some buildings, we can get something. So let's do a few buildings here, and I want to use very light buildings. So I'm going to extrude this, add a roof, and basically. Let's create a quick shader for this. I'm just going to give this quick gradient, a texture gradient, a top-down gradient. So let me rotate this by 90 degrees. Give this some color. Trying to create a color ramp. That brownish look. I don't know, something like that. And I can fit this into the base like that. And now for the roof, I think I just can. We want something very light, without too much detail. So something like this should work. And I'm going to get some roof tiles. Let me see if I can find some roof texture. Yeah, let me just use this. Create a new material, call this roof. Hello, my message is visible in chat. Yes, they are. You could also add a slight variation in size of the particle hair system. Is an option? Yeah, that's true. I think I can do that. Maybe even make the trees a bit darker. Working on a quick and dirty scene of the doorway of the secret lab from Stranger Things. It's actually going to be pretty easy to replicate. Love your channel. Thanks a lot for your video. Yeah, I think I should also do some Stranger Things stuff, some Stranger Things renders. Maybe tomorrow we could do that. How many of you would be interested in Stranger Things theme? Let me import this texture. Okay, so we can have these roof tiles. Unwrapped. Just keeping the materials. Yes, TV stroke movie scenes. Yeah, that would be something that I would like, I think. I always crash my Blender when I try to scatter trees on a large scale. Yeah, that's why you see I'm using this trick of having the trees on a single plane like this. So if I want to make a large scene, I just duplicate the trees, the plane that has those trees, and just make sure that I only have the trees where it matters. So I don't have trees where the camera is not seeing. It's a good trick to optimize stuff. So let me see what else can I do here. I can make this a bit darker. So let's use a hue and saturation. Bring the value of this. Okay, so I want some variation of this, because we want to start instancing the roof, sorry, the buildings. So let me duplicate this. I'm going to just rotate this. So I have, and for this we only care mostly about, let me see, what have I done? We mostly care about the roof, because that's what is going to be mostly visible. Okay, now we can start instancing these with geometry nodes, because the particle system is good, but it won't work very well here. So I'm going to first create a block. Actually, I can just use this plane, this here, Shift D. Okay, and let's go to geometry nodes. I guess, but it's a pretty cool effect. It makes a snowy scene look pretty. I think I missed some of the messages. Anyway, okay, so we're going to use, let's see, distribute points on faces, and so we have each point here is going to have a building, so we can bring in those buildings. So I'm going to use instance on points here. We can have all the buildings we created in a collection called buildings, and then where is my okay, yeah, here's my plane. I'm going to call this houses. Okay, so now what I can do is bring the buildings collection. This music is getting a bit loud, and we can instance. I don't know how people use Blender. I still be confused with tutorials. You learn when you stick with Blender, you start to understand it. So we have the buildings here. We need to vary the rotation a bit. So I'm going to use a random rotate. Yeah, by the way, if any of you wants to send me a message, just at me so that I can see that you're talking to me, by the way, because I can be very difficult to know. Just type top channel 1-on-1 so that I can see your messages that you're directing to me. Okay, so we're going to do a combine XY here. Let's see. Just randomize the Z. Yeah, like that. And we want to use peak instance so that you can see now that we have separate buildings. And we can maybe vary the rotation a bit as well using the same setup we have here. Actually, you can just drag this in. Minimum can be 0.1. And I think, okay, we need to apply the scale for this instance. How long did you take to learn Blender? I've been using Blender for about, I want to say more than 10 years. So, yeah. Okay. It seems I've added a lot of geometry. Okay, this might crash Blender. Make sure that let's disable this and remove this. Okay, we have too many instances. Okay, we have too many instances. And that's why things were slowing down. 10 years, yeah, it's more than 10 years. So, but it's not consistently, but I've been using Blender consistently for the last 3 years. So in the last 10 years, I had school. I also had different jobs. So I wasn't doing Blender daily like I'm doing now. Okay. Okay, now we have the buildings. And like I said, we want to randomize the scale just a tiny bit. You don't want to vary this too much. Let me bring the density even further, like that. 10 years ago, probably, 10 years ago, Blender probably wasn't this user-friendly. No, it wasn't user-friendly, but it was usable. And people were doing some great stuff with Blender. Remember, that's 10 years ago, that's when Sintel was released. I don't know if you guys watched Sintel. There are a lot of good shots that were made with Blender, I can say. This was 10 years ago, so Blender was good. It has been good for a while. Okay, so now we have these rods. Right now, everything, let me see how this looks. Yeah, you can see how our city is starting to show. Actually, maybe we need to reduce the scale even further. And maybe populate the... Okay, it seems our city is still too... It's not as big as I want it to be. I see. Yeah, I think, yeah, now we're getting the scale, except for the buildings, we might want to increase. Yeah, something like that. Now we need to add in some roads. Now the easiest way to do roads is we can have, let me show you, we can have a curve like this. Just a curve, say, like this. And in geometry nodes, we can bring in that curve. I'm going to call this road. Make the city wall slightly, make the wall larger, slightly. Oh, the wall slightly larger. Okay, I'm not sure if you said that before. It was, let me see. Let me know if you still want it to be larger, because I'm not sure if I saw that before I made it larger or... Okay, so we want to add some roads using this path. So what I'm going to do is just select... Yeah, so fast by the time I wrote the message. I think my stream is a bit... There's always a bit... it's a bit backward, a few seconds back, so that could also be an issue. Okay, so I want to get this path, so use it as, I'm going to do, let me see, I'm going to bring in a geometry proximity node. So any points or any buildings that are closer to this line or to this curve or path are going to be removed. So to do that, we need to bring in that curve. So I'm just going to drag this in here. And the first thing I'm going to do is give it some thickness, because proximity doesn't work without some thickness. So I'm going to do curve to mesh, so that we can give this some thickness. And if I look at, let me join these two here. If I add a curve circle, and give this some thickness, I think I should apply the scale, apply the rotation, so you can see our path. And I just want it to be a guideline, just to remove particles. So I don't want it, I want it to, let me first change it to a curve again, to curve, mesh to curve, so that we can see the wireframe there. And we can use the geometry proximity. I'm going to get this, what am I going to get this here. In these points, like get the distance, and do before we use the points here, actually we can let me show you before, actually, can just use math or compare node. Now we can, a compare node, do distance, and then I can bring the results here. Geometry proximity is giving us an error because this is a curve. We need this to be a mesh like that. And now you can see we are basically able to remove points. We're able to remove some buildings closer to this mesh like that. And like that, and that is going to give us our road. So I can control the radius of this by just doing that. Now I think let's see, if we use geometry points, okay, something like that, and I can add more roads by just simply using this curve here. I can draw more roads like that. Now our roads seem to be a bit, they're covering too much space. Okay, I think I need to, yes, I'm on Discord. You can use exclamation mark Discord to get my Discord. Okay, so seems we are removing quite a lot. So we can bring some of that. But this setup I think it's not necessary to work like this. So let me try a simpler format. So instead of just using this, I'm going to delete this and just use a plane like this. Let me reset the origin. So with something like this, I can shape the city in any fashion I want. So I can duplicate this and basically can add any roads I want by just simply spacing these, and I can create different shapes of roads. Like that. Yeah, thank you, Appeal man. Thank you. Really appreciate your effort, your contributions, man. Okay, we can continue doing different clusters of this city, just like that, and we have some buildings on this side. Actually, so we have one instance. We want to leave some space for the river. I can just do this. This is why I love geometry nodes, man. Just very flexible. By the way, if you're not good at geometry nodes, you can also use the particle system for this. Hey guys, Yakemi from Japan. Hey Jack, how are you, Yamit? How is Japan? The source of nearly all anime. Are there any animes that are not made from Japan, or they're called anime because they're from Japan? I'm not sure. What makes an anime anime? Is it the fact that it's from Japan? There are 104 people watching and only 49 likes. Let's do better, people. Yeah, on my side it's showing 60, but yeah, any likes would be appreciated. So thank you for reminding me that I should be letting people know to. Yeah. So if you can, please do like. It really helps out a lot. Okay, we can work now on the lake. Like, we don't have to be too detailed with the lake. We can just use with the river. We can just use a simple plane like this, and maybe let me grab a few faces from here. I'll just insert and then push them down, and I can just do, and now we have a river. Wish I could as well. Can't like twice, sadly. Thank you for liking already. That's really appreciated. Okay, now for the water, let's see how we can make the water look good. So let me see. Let's try to create a cartoonish water shader here. I'm going to grab this. Let me first get out of this. Okay, let's create a water shader. What is better to make animated cinematics? Is it Unreal Engine or Blender? It depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a more realistic look, Blender would be better at that as long as you're rendering with cycles. But I guess Unreal Engine is also good at that. So yeah, Unreal Engine is getting really good, so I'm not sure. I suggest adding bloom and set the value for anime renders. Oh yeah, yeah, but right now we are still working in Cycles, so and Cycles doesn't support bloom, but we can switch back to Eevee later. Let's make this water shader. I'm going to use, if you look at this, it's like a gradient. So let's go to the shader editor, create gradient texture like that, and I'm going to have this flipped or inverted. I can just, to do that, I can, we can just use a gradient, a color ramp here, add one in the middle, and make this dark. So we have a gradient like that, and I'm also seeing some sort of gradient here, so I'm going to add that as well. So let me get a gradient. This time let's use a sphere. And hey, thank you Sunny for subscribing, I appreciate that. How long have you been doing 3D? Yeah, like 10 years. I think it's more than 10 years, but again, it's not consistent. I've not been using Blender 10 years all the way. I want to scale this up. Generated. Can't seem. Doesn't seem like I'm able to scale. Let me change this gradient to B-spline or maybe cardinal. And maybe multiply it so it's not, so that it doesn't have, yeah, something like that. And I can blend the two. I've been seeing the potential of Blender and I've been blown away by what I've seen. Yeah, I think most 3D applications are really putting in a lot of work in improving. Okay, so we have this gradient. Now we can start turning it into a river. I'll just add a color here. Let me just sample directly the colors. Maybe have this look bluish. Like that. You can see there's some bit of waves. They look like noise. So I'm just going to use a noise texture. To make those waves. I'll use objects. I think I need to scale this and use a color ramp here. So that's going to be our waves. We can distort them just a bit, and we want very few like that, and I can just add them. Yeah, like I said, if you want to say anything, if you want to ask me a question directly, just at me so that I can easily see your message. Anyone who wants to say something, who wants to ask a question, because sometimes it's very hard for me to notice the questions directly. Okay, so that's going to be our water. We can make it a bit darker. Let me use RGB curves here. I think after this I can just bring this back and do a color overlay. add mix. Maybe give this some color. Let me use color. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I think we can also, let me come back here, start making this material, the ground, a bit darker so that we can achieve the same material here. Let me first reduce the scale here at something like 5. Make this, let me do RGB curves, color RGB curves. Your 980 Ti when I try to make objects. Have you thought of investing into a better PC? As well? Because I also want to upgrade, but the question I usually end up with is, what do I do with the setup that I have if I try to upgrade? Now, I want to add in some detail to the grass, because right now it's too plain. Yeah, something like that at least. Mine Bitcoin with your old PC. Yeah, but Bitcoin has its issues at the cost of power. I don't think I can justify mining Bitcoin with my PC. I don't think I would mine enough to justify, okay, the cost of power here. Let me scale these instances. Yeah, I think we also need to, I'm thinking, if we need to add in some roads or make these instances show. So let me go back, geometry nodes. I need the original to show, so I'm going to bring this so we can see these platforms. And I can add a shrink wrap before the modifiers. So let me do a shrink wrap. 73 likes, nice. Thank you guys, thank you. If you're just getting here, it would be amazing if you liked the stream. It really helps. Let's give this concrete material shrink wrap. Okay, and I'm going to select, let me see, let me select this, give it a set material, just give it the concrete. think I need to go back to the concrete shader editor. No, I know. I think he used it for gaming, but man, does it help? Told him I need a better. Okay, I think I'm missing the conversations. But, let me see. Can I just? I want to make the walls this color. So, but I think we are getting a lot of light, and that's why they have no detail. So let me see if I can add. If I can control the value of this, or let me just use RGB curves to make these walls a bit darker like that. Now we can also do the rods, maybe. Let me see, just going to add a plane, give it a shrink wrap modifier as well, because we don't want to see any vegetation in this area. I'm just going to trace out the road directly here. Let's see, yeah, something like that, and I just need to give them concrete material. Now maybe we can start adding some details to the wall. Now the wall, there are several ways to make it. We can do it with okay, let's just do it with a curve object. I wonder why I'm always running out of memory once I use any modifier. What modifiers are you using? Because some modifiers are really heavy. Actually, I think most modifiers use a lot of memory, so that could be the issue. Yeah, I'm trying to create the wall here. The wall details. I'm just going to make this much easier for me by removing these faces. So I think these the heroes can stand on the wall, so we need to give that detail there and add this, I don't know, sort of ring. So I can just select this. Of course, subdivisions, I think, is, if it's not the heaviest, I think the booleans are the heaviest, and then multi-rays and subdivisions. So yeah, that's why you see I rarely use subdivisions in my renders, because of that, especially if I'm going to have a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is going to be our wall, origin to 3D cursor. Let me add a few subdivisions there and use an array like that. Let's replace this wall with our new wall. Okay, now I'm just going to grab an arc from this P, get rid of this, convert this to a curve, convert to curve, cursor to origin, origin to 3D cursor, shift D, move that, and give this a curve like that. Perfect. extend this. Let me see, can I? Okay. Think we need to reduce the gaps between these and these islands and just increase the density of these islands so that and I'm going to select all the faces within this area. I think they should get a different material from the grass, so they should be given concrete material. Shouldn't be as reflective. Hey Razor AR, how have you been? It's been a while. Hey Ganja, what's up? How are you doing? How are you doing? Hamid Mahrizi, because sometimes I feel it's because I'm using a GTX 1050 Ti. I'm also using a 1050 Ti. But I stay away from heavy stuff. Let me see. Let me show. Actually, I'm using a 1060, but 1060 and a 1050, the difference is very, very little. Actually, I'm not even sure which one is better. Okay. I think I need some small blocks. Fill in those gaps. And we might want to increase the density. Let me expose the density like this. Now maybe the scale. So let me do vector math here. Vector math, change this to scale. I also expose that so that I can control the scale, the final scale, and the density. Okay, that's too much. I think the concrete is too reflective. So let me grab this, go back to the shader. What GPU have? Oh, he has a 1050, I think he said that. Wagwan man, wagwan. How are the plants? Tell me. Oh, we need the bridges, and the bridges are as simple. We can just duplicate some of the wall, give it less, make it less tall. I think the sun is still too powerful. Uh, 0.1, and the direction should be negative 90, maybe. Looking good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, username as well. Oh, I lied. I only have 32 GB RAM and an AMD Ryzen processor, 3.8 gigahertz. Although I forgot I had to give back some RAM to my friend. That sounds like a beefy PC compared to mine. Mine is, yeah. I'm even scared of telling you my specs are there. It's a shitty PC. It's nothing fancy like yours, but it does the job when it's able to do the job. Okay, let's scatter some more trees. Let's do clusters of trees. I'll help with the scale, and I think I want the trees to be a little bit darker. So let me see. Can I? Yeah, we can make them a bit darker like that, and we might want some shadow, So I'm going to grab a plane. Just so I can block off some of the light. With a cloud. Let's get a cloud. Can this cast shadows? You know what? Actually, I like the fact that we have this can give us some cloud. Yeah, we can clouds like this can help show. Yeah, like that. Hey, top channel, I have a problem. Maybe you know the solution. I want to make a roof from bamboo sticks, and I don't know how to randomize the sticks so that they are not laying straight on top. I want to make a roof from bamboo sticks, and I don't know how to randomize the sticks. To randomize the sticks, let's see if I understand what you want. So you want a roof. So let's say we have, let's use a simple building like this. Now this is the building, and you want a bamboo roof. Let's use a circle. We can use very few. Yeah, so I think the best way to approach is, I'm just going to show you the same trick that I've been using. Just say this. This is the bamboo stick. Have a plane like this, and instance a particle system. Hey, thank you, Flash. Thank you. Yeah. Instead of a particle system like this, let's do object and just select this. So you can see they're already lying on this, and I'm just going to, so something like that, and within that work for you, I just make sure that the rotation is set to let's say no, yeah, like that. Within that work for you as bamboo, and just, I'm not sure why they are. Okay, I think I just need to change this to a direction that works. sure why they're being jumpy, and I should no more tangent. Yeah, now I can just rotate them and line them up in a way you want. Wouldn't that work for you for a bamboo stuff? Anyway, let's read some comments and see. Maybe rotate them on the different axes by 90 degrees. Okay, what should I rotate? Sometimes I miss. Thank you. You can pull off scene as complex as the options. Beyond that, you will have to be careful. Yeah. So if you have the specs better than mine, you can you should be able to make stuff that is heavier than what I'm doing here, or at least part to what I'm doing here. Yeah, let's add some color correction. I'm going to use my quick functions. When I see your workflow, it makes me realize I should decide to the composition of my render before starting instead of doing it while making it, because I lose much time. Yeah. If you concentrate on one angle, it makes it very easy to decide where you want to have detail. And say I want to change the angle to something like here. That's not a problem. Since I already have an established angle with good detail, I can just work on top of that, so I can add more detail in the background there. It should be easy. Let me see. What I want to use my quick functions for some color correction. Let me see. Do I have that? Quick functions there. I'm just not seeing. Oh, here. Okay, and then okay, so I'm seeing a lot of green in this, so let's see. Maybe yeah, that's also good, but I want to see through the roof. The individual sticks known to be straight, but I don't have some random variation. I don't want to trick hundreds of straight sticks. Geometry nodes should be the best option for you there. Then has some good tools. Do something like that. Let's get more trees. Make sure that this is I had not seen this. So there is a road, and we have more buildings here. So let's add those. And since we have this set up already, I can just drag a face here, and look at that. Quite easy setup. Hey, Smart Guy Entertainment, how are you? Okay, how do people outside the villages survive? Outside the walls survive? Because yeah, when the Titans come, they will be the first to go, I think. There's no way they can survive. Are the Titans. Oh, I think we also need to adjust the roof colors a bit. Make them, let's use a color, mix RGB, change this to color. So the roof looks a bit more purplish than red. And okay, that's not purple. And let's use some RGB curves here. I gotta get ready to get off to work to do. I gotta get ready to jet out. I'll work to do, but it's nice meeting you. You all good to see you again to the channel. Can't wait to see the finished product on your Discord. I'll see you guys. Thank you for being around. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for the support and everything. Yeah, so it's morning your side. I still get surprised that some people have a different in a different time zone than I am. It's not something I've gotten used to yet. I think one thing I'm seeing different here is that these buildings are more defined than ours. I'm trying to see if there is a way we can fix that. I think, let me go back to geometry nodes and reduce the, geometry nodes, reduce on the randomization of the rotation here. So it shouldn't be too much. You shouldn't see too much randomization in the rotation, and maybe we can also bring down the scale of the individual buildings like that. You have a camera now. Now I've always had a camera. I've had this camera for about, I don't know, 7 years, 6 years. I don't know, 6 years or 7 years. I can't remember. I just was lazy to set it up, but I've always had it. I request a challenge, do a scene with an explosion. Yeah, not on this PC. I can't do smoke simulations. Hey, thank you, Flash, for subscribing. And yeah, if you're new here, it would be amazing to have you as a subscriber. So that would be amazing. What's beeping in there? I want to understand it from the moment I watched the other video about raindrops. Yeah, so I have this shouldn't be running. Yeah, so that's my power meter. It beeps when I have fewer units on the meter, but yeah, I should be topping up. I remember someone said they have the same thing. They have the same system in their country or something. I don't remember. Okay, let's see. What else? We need some detail here. I want to have a shadow like they have here, but I'm not sure how to. Let me see. How do we get the same shadow here? Can I add a large object? Yeah, so let's try to create a gradient like shadow here. cloud out of frame. Oh, cloud out of frame. The issue I'm having here, maybe, okay, let me see. If I have a cloud out of frame, it's not going to cast. The problem is it is casting a very sharp shadow. But I think, oh yeah, let's see. If we have a shadow like that, we can create a new material. You just got in? Ah, nice. Nice to see that you're joining. We can create a material with a diffuse and transparent like this, and we can use a gradient, a texture gradient that goes from left to right. I think this one is flipped, so let me rotate it 180 degrees. I don't know if you can see it, but it's now casting the shadow we want. So let me do a color ramp here. Yeah, I think something like that. And now I think I can also increase the intensity of the sun. Okay. Maybe 0.2. Increase the air and dust. Yeah, something like that. Can you confirm that you're wearing pants? I am wearing pants. They are very short, so I'm not going to stand up. I wanted to stand up on the show, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's see. What else can I do in here? One thing I'm wondering is if we can if we can improve the layout of the buildings and make them look more organized. Because right now they don't look too super organized to me. So I'm thinking of several ways we can do that. Still with geometry nodes, it will have to be with geometry nodes. So let's have a backup. I'm going to have this as BK or city blocks 1. No. I don't need this to be a collection. So I can call this 1. Disable that. Let's try to add more instances of this. So if we use a curve, if we use a plane, because I want to create better patterns, because right now it just looks very disorganized. The buildings look super disorganized, like too random for me. So we're going to try and make a better lineup here. So I'm going to add a curve here. Just direct how the buildings are located. So maybe create something that looks organized like that. So let's start with this and see. So let's go to geometry nodes. Hey Nadal, thank you. Do you have courses? Yeah, my courses are very, very old. They're not updated. They're still on Blender 2.5. So maybe some roads are from the bridges. Yeah, I think there are roads, but because the buildings are too disorganized, that's why you can't tell. So let's try to make. This is why I'm trying to organize the buildings better. So I have this. Let's go to geometry nodes. Bring our buildings collection. Let me first create building selection here. Now we want to first convert this to curve, mesh to curve, and instance on points, and use this collection we can transform or scale these buildings down a bit. I'm also going to use peak collection. Let me apply scale on this, bring this. So you can see now the buildings will look a bit more organized than we had them before. We just need more points, so I'm going to do a resample curve. That should let us have more buildings in different rows like that. So I can easily just duplicate more rows like this, and hopefully this gives us a more organized way of placing buildings that will in turn make the roads more defined than we had them before. We can do, I don't know. Let's separate this. Just make things look more organized. So let's see how this looks. It's going to take us a lot of time to do that. So let's have a combination of different blocks. So I'm not just going to get rid of all the work I've done here. So I'm just going to, because we put in some work to get the buildings, I'm just going to make some neighborhoods more organized. So for example, this block can go, so we have a much more organized block of buildings. And if we want a more defined street or block here, I'm also going to get rid of this and just get an edge here of buildings and just line them up better. I think I'm going to scale these buildings up a bit and randomize the rotation as well. So let me do our X combine. Just get a random value and randomize the rotation a bit. Scale these. The buildings are going to be more random, but we still retain some order. So you can see the streets will look a little bit more organized. They maybe do a random scale as well. You can see the roads are now more defined in some areas than others. I try the building walls with lighter color. Building walls with lighter color. Okay, let's see concrete. Okay. Like that. Oh, can make this road here more clear with a few trees. Actually, let me make this collect this now if you have large things like this, trees are very good at defining roads, so you can use them for that. So you can see that road is well defined. And if I want maybe a road here, I can just use this. Let me actually just use proportional editing. I can define that road quite easily using a few trees like that. Let me see, is that even visible? Let me have it where somewhere the camera sees. So maybe you can see, can easily define roads using trees like that. Sorry, I was behind the stream. Oh, no worries. Grab a block here so I can have a few buildings. Wow, 91 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you. Now we just have to make it to 100 and hit a new record of likes on the stream. Thank you guys. I really appreciate the love. That I think today we have made some new records. We went over 100 viewers, which is amazing. Have a gap here. Let me make it, turn it into a nice road. Yeah. Okay, have some boats showing up. Where is Nightbot when you want him? Anyway, I think some light ships would be nice. Ships? Let's see. Ship. Do I have a ship? I have a large ship. Light ship. Oh, ships. Ship. Have boats. Keep on grinding. A great channel. Thank you, Steve. Steve bless. So, sorry, my camera just went off. The camera died. The battery died. But yeah. Let me turn this to a value 2. A value of 10. Now we can see the water waves much better there. Think like that. Let me maybe make it 7. Yeah. You need some more clusters. Scene looks very nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Seeing some large buildings, so let me get some large buildings, which I already have. Add in some of those in the scene. And I can just get rid of sure if that is, if that is even visible. Yeah, I think we can see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a few more of these larger buildings, larger structures. They define this much better. Just grab. They also help with amplifying on the size of the scene. If you see some, I think we have too much space. This road is too big, so let me make it. Yeah, looks nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's work on a Titan that we can add in here. We're not going to model the Titan ourselves, but I think, let me see, do I have make human? Yeah, make human. I do have make human. It's a great add. Tool for modeling. Godzilla. Yeah, I don't have Godzilla. Let me see Sketchfab if it has some nice Titans. Titan. Thank you, Jahan Zaib. Attack on Titan. Let me see this guy. We have a free 3D model by Saidav Ivan of a Titan. Look at that. Of a colossal Titan. So let's get, I use ELTF. Maybe we can drop in a few Titans. Oh, my screen keys are off. Okay, it should be on now. I don't recommend to use this Titan. Looks suck. We just want something. We're not going to see them close up, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go to downloads, compressed, Colossal Titan, extract files. let's try to bring in this Titan. Import GLTF, downloads, compressed. So by date, also Titan. Import. Make the Titan as a stone statue. As a stone statue. And have him here. Okay, let's see. Okay, his rig, the rig is not the best. But that's okay. Let's see. So we have the Titan in, just that these bones, for some reason, are too big. Some are not even necessary, I think. So let me just remove them, and hopefully I don't remove any important ones. Yeah. Now we can pause. Of course, there's some issues. Anyway, let's do some quick weight paint. I think I have to select this, select this, select this, select the armature, select this, then do weight paint. Why this not working? No, let me just separate this arm. No, he's not going to have the left arm. He lost it in the fight. Just select the armature. Okay. Use the mixer more rig to fix it. That would take a lot of time, I think. It would take just too much time. Now, I just want to pause. And if I actually want the arm, I can just duplicate this, get rid of the armature, and just separate the arm. This piece just leaves me with this, and then now I can just say the origin, just place it somewhere here, just get an approximation of this hand, the position of this hand. I guess I need to mirror this, make it look right. And I'm just going to, because we don't want to do too much why can't I select amateur? Yeah, just going to parent this to the bone. Need to first clear transform, parent to bone, and we should be good to go. So I'm even sure you can see the guy. Let me just join most of these parts into a single mesh, so it's easier to have them moved, deformed. Let me duplicate this. Barely visible from here, but yeah, I think I'm proud of this one. Yeah, I think the materials shouldn't have metalness, and what else? Should just maybe we make him he's a bit too red. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hue and saturation, just make him less saturated. 0.1. Yeah. Bots in the kernel? Yeah, we have bots in the kernel. Maybe just scale them up a bit. Yeah, I think this is going to be the end of today's stream. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for 97 likes. Yeah, if we have any 3 people who haven't liked, it would be amazing to get us to 100 likes, hitting the new a new record on the channel. That would be really amazing. On Instagram, and you can check out Instagram. Thank you, Kapil. Thank you, Kohut. Kotu, sorry if I butchered your name, but thank you. Thank you, Ganja Farmer. Yeah, sorry about that. My Yeah. Sorry, the mic had died. There's a lot sometimes. But yeah, again, thank you again. Seeing now we're having bots jumping in. So that's a good cue to end the stream on. And yeah, again, thank you for the 100 likes. Really, really appreciate that. I have hit a new record. I'll be posting this again on social media. You can on my Instagram. You can use exclamation mark socials to check out my Instagram. But again, thank you. So 101 likes, great. Thank you, and thank you for anyone who has subscribed. Really, really.